At the end of your shift, you can clock out from SunData Mobile Connect. You will open the app and log in with your password. In the password text box, I will tap the lock icon so that I can see my credentials. I will be able to see what I'm typing, and I can now tap the login button. The shift is already in progress. You cannot clock into a new shift unless you complete the current shift and clock out. As you can see, all additional shifts are grayed out in the clock icon area, so I must continue with the current shift. I will tap the Resume Visit button to complete my task and observations. It's a good idea to log in 3 to 4 minutes before your shift ends to give yourself time to update your plan of care task. Check the task list and add additional tasks if anything is missing. Complete your plan of care task if they need to be completed, and answer your observation questions. All client plan of care tasks are numbered and listed for each client in the app. The benefit of the plan of care is that it is not the client's definition of a task plan. Tasks are categorized as daily, weekly, or as needed tasks. Some of you may see your plan of care tasks are already listed and marked as completed. If a task was refused by the client, you can tap the client refused option to make the correction. When I tap on task completed, I will see a clear button. You can use the clear button to erase a response. There are 3 options to choose from: task completed, client refused, and a third option which is not visible on my screen, which is task not completed. Please select from one of these 3. I have completed the task, so I will tap on the task completed text or the radio button to make my selection. Some of you might also find that all tasks have been already added to your shift. If that is the case, you may not be able to remove them from the task display list if they don't pertain to your client. Change your responses to either client refused or select task not completed. If the correct tasks are already updated, you may move on to the Observations tab and skip this step. As SMC will have regular app updates, please check our YouTube channel for new video content. If your task statuses are not updated, you may update them now. I will complete my task. By tapping on the Client Refused option for any service you did not perform, you indicate you did not complete it. Remember, tasks are service offerings. Your client may decline or refuse a service. If your client refuses the service, mark the task as client refused. However, you will not get paid, and the app will not allow you to clock out if you have blank statuses. To add additional tasks, if a required task is not shown on the task list, you can scroll up to the top and tap Add Task. Now you will read through each task in the list and add them as necessary. I will add foot care. And as you can see, this is a very long list of tasks that you can scroll through until you see the desired task and add them to your list. Since I'm looking for task code 95 to indicate that I was traveling, I will go ahead and check that option. I will scroll down to task codes 910 and 911 to add those to my shift as well. When I'm done selecting the necessary task, I can now tap the Add Task button again to hide the list of selections. I am going to finish updating any remaining statuses on my task. And here I will be able to see the new tasks that I have just added. Some tasks require yes or no responses. For aides who work with live-in clients, you can clock in when your 24-hour shift begins. Continue to clock in as you normally would each day you are on shift duty. Remember to clock out 3 to 4 minutes before your shift ends the next day to complete the shift. And then you can clock in at the next shift start time. You can document travel time between client shifts by selecting task code 95. Aides who work mutual shifts where you provide services for more than one person, or cluster case aides who work with multiple clients, may continue dialing into SandTrax to clock in and out. The SandData Mobile Connect app has not been updated for these types of cases. Once the updates are available, you will receive a notification regarding the updates and changes to SandData Mobile Connect. For tasks that require numerical entries, such as blood pressure readings, I will tap on Completed and I will see that I have 2 value boxes to enter in my blood pressure readings for the day. I will type the first value and I will then type in the second value to update my task. Make sure you're at the top of the screen and you're going to tap the observation tabs to switch views and see the questions. Observations inform the nurse and supervisor of changes. Value-based healthcare is a healthcare delivery model in which providers, such as partners in care, are paid based on patient health outcomes. We seek to avoid infections and falls for the clients. As an aide, when I visit my client, I observe and discuss specific observations and answer the following questions when clocking out for the shift. The questions themselves are very specific, and further background was provided to you if you attended a value-based pricing class. When I scroll back up to the top, I am now ready to complete my visit. When I tap on Complete Visit button, I am getting a task error message. It is telling me that I have not entered a status for one or more of my selected plan of care tasks. SMC will not allow clock out until all tasks have a status selected. I will tap the OK button to go back and review my task. When I highlight the Task tab, I have to check that I have provided status for each of the selected tasks. If not, I will fill in the missing statuses. And here I spot the tasks that are still missing statuses. I will go ahead and enter the missing statuses. When I scroll back up to the top, I am now ready to complete my visit. If you have not completed your observation questions when you complete your visit, you will see an error message like this. It means you must cancel the prompt and go back and review your responses and fill out the missing observation questions. I will scroll through my list of questions and I can see that I have missed a response. I will complete that observation question, and now I can scroll up to the top and complete my visit. I will now see a date and time stamp when I started the shift, when I'm ending the shift, the date that I'm providing the service, and location services will flag that I have been at the client's site during my shift work. I will now tap on Confirm. Once I have clocked out of my shift, I can see that I am on the upcoming tab and I can see any pending shifts that I may have for the remainder of the day and the schedule for the rest of the week. If you go to the Past tab, you will be able to see a history of all the shifts you have worked during the past 24 hours. I am done for the day and I will now close my app. I can use the Sign Out button on the top right to sign out of the app, or I can simply close it to finish working with SandData. I am now going to close my app and I am done for the day.